Hi, guys. Welcome. I'm so excited. This is my first Facebook Live since announcing our big news, which was a week ago, which is the acquisition of Generation PR, acquiring PR Couture. I'm so excited. So, welcome. We may have some new members here from the PR Couture audience, and if that's you, welcome. I'm so grateful for the warm reception we got after we announced the news. To me, the strategy was very clear, and I know there's so much we can do to leverage everything that Crosby has built over the last 15 years to enhance our offerings, to offer more to our audience. And I was just hoping that everybody else thought so too. And I was like, well, maybe they'll think, what is this move all about? But it was so well received and people got it. And that was so reassuring to me. And the response has been so wonderful and encouraging. The feedback's been great. So I just want to thank this community and the PR Couture community, the newly kind of joined forces. So to be clear, this isn't a traditional merger. This is an acquisition. So Crosby will not be in the day-to-day running of the business. She remains on as a strategic advisor and always will remain the founder of PR Couture. And there are a lot of different ways we're going to integrate that business into our generation business. That includes Generation Academy, and we're using PR Couture as the media side of it. So that amazing website that started as a blog and 15-year history is now just an incredible resource for news, information, how-tos, all about PR, getting into PR. That's going to remain. And I hope that we will be able to extend an opportunity for our community members to contribute on that platform. And the value there for you guys is there is incredible SEO value, and your site has a much better chance of being seen because we're going to link out to it from there in your bio. And it'll also, allow you to show up in a higher Google search because you have high quality referring links back to your site. It's just a very positive SEO experience. Plus, you position yourself as an authority, a thought leader, an expert, and that is how we want to share that platform with all of you. So just stay tuned. We have big stuff coming. Give us a little time because we're figuring out how to merge all of this into our business and do it with as little disruption. So just wanted to thank you for the warm acknowledgement of that news. It was a really exciting deal for me personally. Been working on it since October. We closed at the end of March, and we've just been kind of dealing with the transition on the back end. So thank you. And on that same topic, you guys, today, I am pumped to talk about this timing. My life has been honestly so guided by timing. It's been crazy in the sense that, you know what, I can't see you guys. So let me just, tell me who's here. Oh, there we go. Hi, Wayne. I saw you watched my little impromptu live from yesterday, and I'm so glad it resonated. Hi, Nelson. My life has been so guided and fortunate due to timing. I mean, like when I went to law school and then the year I graduated and then buying a place on my own before, hi Serena, before the market, like just the timing. Thanks, Siobhan. I love it. I love that you guys just get it. It's just so encouraging. Just crazy, like the year I graduated law school, if I was 1 year later, the economy tanked. Like just crazy. All of the timing just worked out for me based on 1 year difference. My life would have been so much different. And I'm so grateful that I made that transition from law to PR. I think for me, the timing was absolutely right any later. And I might have been obligated to stay in my career as an attorney without loving it because I had financial responsibilities, a mortgage payment. I wasn't married. A lot of stuff happened for me in a positive way based on timing. And also when I met my husband, just I think any sooner, and he wasn't quite ready, and maybe I wasn't either, but the timing, it worked out. So I want to talk about timing and why now, with this kind of discussion of the Great Resignation, and now more than ever, it's easier to make these changes. So I wanted to talk about this, opportunity, why right now is the best time to consider starting your own PR agency, transitioning into PR, and then running a successful business, providing that really sought after skill, highly in demand. So if you have been considering, hi, Jocelyn. I love it. I love that I can see you guys here. It's great. If you've been considering making the leap into PR, or maybe you're already in the world of PR, but you're freelancing or you're working for someone else, or you're really not sure what does a business look like providing this service, now is the perfect time. And I believe in this opportunity, seize the opportunity when it's there, because when things align, start to pay attention to it. Like when things come into your life at a certain time for a certain reason, pay attention to it. And I was actually listening to the How I Built This podcast this morning, a rerun episode, the founder of Bonobos, which is so crazy because I listened to it this morning, and then when I got home from my walk with the dog, my husband had just gotten a package from Bonobos. So I was like, whoa. So for me, that is a sign. Pay attention to what, the messages were in that podcast. And a lot of what he was saying was about timing. And, the Guy Raz asked him, do you believe in luck? And he said, that's a tough question. I believe there are a lot of factors that contribute to luck. And one of the things he said was paying attention to things coming into your life at a certain time, being open to it, being open to seeing that it's more than what you're seeing on face value. So maybe this is that opportunity for you guys, and you take this time to think about what this opportunity means for you. So I know there are so many people, they're calling this the Great Resignation. They're leaving that traditional 9 to 5 or 8 to 7, whatever it is that you're doing. They're considering starting their own businesses. They're sort of ready to build their own dreams instead of just punching a clock. They want more fulfillment in their lives from their careers. So there's so much opportunity out there. And even more importantly, companies have a greater need than ever before for PR services. And it's what we help them do will help them achieve their goals. It'll boost brand awareness. And we also are the experts that are helping them navigate this changing digital landscape. So what we have to offer businesses is very in demand. And what I love about you being here is, this is the best part for me, is you don't have to navigate the waters on starting your own agency all on your own. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But I wanted to kick off with talking about why right now is the best time to get into PR. So we mentioned the Great Resignation, but I have a couple stats for you guys, because I really want you to see that this is backed up by stats, things that are in the news that are really pointing towards this direction, and maybe this direction for you specifically. But obviously there's this phenomenon called the Great Resignation. In April 2021, over 4 million Americans quit their jobs in a single month. That broke an all-time record. And over the next couple of months, that was, a year plus ago, the trend continued. And in July of last year, even more people handed in a resignation notice, 4.3 million to be exact. And then again in September, these job quitters, other career seekers set another record, and then again in November. And with each, oh, hello, girl, hey, I love the disco ball. With each passing month, the Great Resignation was outpacing itself into the Greater Resignation. It was just like this thing that we were like, whoa, just kept on a trajectory with more people doing it. What this trend really means is there's this huge shift from traditional work to more flexible, life-friendly options. And this, I was like, everybody's figured out what I've been doing the last 17 years. When you work from home, it's freaking awesome. I know Nelson works from home, Natasha works from home, Siobhan, when you guys work from home, you're not sitting home like watching TV and organizing your closet and doing the dishes. People realize you can be very productive, even probably more productive than commuting to an office, getting interrupted by your coworkers who want to talk about Real Housewives. I don't know. Instead, I just get texts from Natasha like, do you watch Real Housewives? And no, I don't, but good for you. But we know people had this experience, and Natasha here is saying, my advice when all my friends complain about corporate, quit, start your own thing. If I can do it, anyone can. I was so corporate, and my husband too, so corporate. We called him a corporate monkey. He was a lifer, and I was like, you got to do it. You got to do it. No regrets, never looked back. Best thing he ever did. He's so grateful that he had that support. And I hope you do too. And if you feel like you don't have that support, we're here for you. That's what this community is for. I was voice memoing somebody on my Instagram who was they found me through the podcast and they were listening to some advice about this, and said she felt like she just didn't have any support. The family didn't get it. She felt like she was just trying to convince them. And I was like, let me guess, it's the health insurance. Parents are always like, but what about health insurance? I don't know what it is. Like, I get it. Your parents are worried or whatever, but I promise you, we're going to help you be able to afford health insurance. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah. So my parents said the same thing. But what about your health insurance? So, getting back to this Great Resignation, people realize there are more flexible, life-friendly options. We call it work-life integration. It is the foundation of everything that I believe your career should contribute to your life and what I try to teach you. So as resignations, Angela, I just fly, hi, Angela, to other places to get medical care. Yeah, fly over the border. Oh boy. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'll read that in 1 second. As resignations hit an all-time high over the last year, there was also a record-breaking number of new business applications submitted in the U.S. Love it. Making that shift. So we're experiencing this shift in what life can look like while making an income unlike any generation before. This is like a new paradigm that, our parents, like even moving from job to job, it used to be very flaky on your resume if you were there for a year or 2 years and you had to explain. Now, if you're at a job for too long, people are like, why so stagnant? Because you assume you move because you're leveling up your career. Yeah, now is the perfect time to make the leap into PR and start your own agency. Hopefully you're all here because you're actually doing some sort of digital marketing, social media marketing, influencer marketing, PR. We can teach you that easily. But whether you are brand new, we know that, let me go back to this point. More and more companies, they need help with PR because a lot of qualified PR professionals are leaving in-house or they're leaving agencies. I just read a PR Week article about how large firms cannot staff the demand for new business they have. Crazy. So these big name firms, the sort of giants in our industry, are getting a lot of work opportunities that they're turning down left and right because they don't have the, human resources. They don't have the staff to actually execute on these opportunities. That's because all of these talented people are starting their own thing, and those companies, when they leave these big agencies, are going to realize that the top talent are running small shops like we are. So now's the time, you guys. So they're going to need help with PR. That's where we come in. And whether you're brand new, you're in-house, or you're currently kind of dabbling in freelance PR, you can expand your business to help startups gain traction as more and more entrepreneurs launch their new businesses. There's just a ton of opportunity. Natasha's saying getting approached by recruiters on LinkedIn all the time, and her reply is LOL. Yeah, it's so funny. I have been approached by two big firms to acquire my business. It hasn't happened in a while, but they're more like hires, so they would sort of fold in my business, and they both wanted to expand their lifestyle offering, and they look for somebody entrepreneurial who knows how to sell. And it was very flattering at the time. I was like, wow, very cool. And I was thinking in my head, there is no amount of money you're going to offer me right now that is going to get me to leave this business that I've built, that I freaking love, all of the autonomy, all of the flexibility, all of the control I have over my day, my time, my clients, where I work, when I work, all of that, to come into an office and like get dressed up every day and have to be like, hi, Bob, hi, Sal, corporate nonsense and play the game. I was like, no. So, as like flattering as it is, I was never gonna allow my business to get sucked up by a bigger firm. I want that autonomy. I realize that is my definition of success, and I've talked about it a million times. I hope you start to see that piece of it, working from home, is so important and adds so much value to your life. So why should you start your own PR agency? The timing is definitely right. And I love that you get to take control over the strategy and the decisions in your business when you're running your own thing. But unlike being a solopreneur, you're elevating your role, and you're elevating your role as the sort of visionary of the company. You're outsourcing, delegating the tasks, the day-to-day execution in your business. So you're not like bogged down in the muck and the mire. You're out of the drudgery zone, and you're making the high-level decisions, the CEO thinking to grow your business in the strategic direction you want to go in. It allows you to free up your time. Siobhan, yes, this all day long. In definitely growing an agency and having a team on your side, in your corner, using their best talents to support your agency's growth. It's awesome. My team is better at media relations than I ever have been. That has allowed me, and this is how you should think about it too, to step into your zone of genius, like your true zone of genius. What are you awesome at? What do you love doing? What are you so great at that people come to you and ask you about it, and you can just riff on it all day long without even thinking, without having notes or a plan or whatever? And what do you do where the time just like goes by in a second and you're like, oh my God, that was so fun. I loved it. That's what I do in my business, is like sales, strategies. I get to focus on this community, which I obviously love so much. True zone of genius. Yeah, that's right. We all have one. And unless you're freeing yourself up out of that day-to-day execution, you may not even know what it is. You may just be so bogged down in the sort of to-do list that you're working. You always hear this, you're working in the business instead of on the business. But running your own agency, you're going to delegate, you're going to free up your time, and your time is the most valuable. As the CEO, the visionary, the leader of your business, your time is not worth a $25 an hour, media relations person. You're thinking more high level. You're looking, business development, client acquisition. That's worth a lot more money. And actually, if you're doing the day-to-day execution, you're losing money, because you can have somebody great come in and do that for a lot lower of a fee and use your expertise to grow your business, bring in more of your ideal clients. Running an agency also allows you to accomplish more. So agency owners get to focus on the actions that grow their business instead of those small day-to-day tasks. And when you have that support of a qualified team that you trust, your energy is concentrated on things that will move the needle. You're going to be able to achieve way more. I love Natasha saying that her business, her focus on entertainment is demanding, but she has really strict boundaries. She's had to, be committed to that because clients reach out all the time and they ask for crazy things. Just to get back to Wayne, is entertainment and makeup a small enough niche to not get overwhelmed? Sure. Absolutely. If those are things you're passionate about, I think entertainment is broad. If you can kind of narrow it down a little bit so you have sort of a focus, or you can tell a cohesive story about the types of entertainment clients you're seeking, and the work that you've done will attract that certain type of client when you're very specific about who you serve, how you serve them, and you have some case studies or work results to back up the results they can expect, what you offer. So yeah, I love it. I know you've had some experience in makeup and strategic partnerships. All of that is very strategic. Partnerships specifically are very hot right now. So yes. Okay. The flexible schedule. Oh my God, this is awesome. Oh wait. Oh my God, look at me. I scrolled down. So the other thing is that your services will have greater value having the right people in the right seats executing on the services, the day-to-day media outreach, the strategic collaborations, the partnerships, influencer marketing. If that's not your jam, if you are not a true expert in that regard, you can find people that are. And that will add more value to your clients because they're amazing at this specific skill. They are probably going to get results faster, and they are going to be able to do probably more than you could do on your own when they come in sort of pre-qualified with experience, contacts, all of that. Also, agency owners, you can accomplish more. You get to focus on the actions that are going to grow your business instead of like the checklist of like, okay, gotta return this email, we still have a checklist, but it's more goal centered, and it is more based on activities that need to happen in our business to move the needle forward, to increase revenue, to grow the business, to leverage your wins, to attract bigger clients, higher retainers, to redo your proposal so that it is more compelling, to work on client strategies, bigger picture thinking. So you're going to do the things that are, able to move the needle and offer more value to your clients because you have this great team that is handpicked based on their skills. Loving the flexible schedule. And we love this. We can work when we want, where we want. And what I have realized and what I preach is working when you work best. So working around your energy. For me, it means that I get to work around my kids' schedules so I can spend time with my family. Typically, they come home at like 3:30 and they walk in, and I want to be attentive. How was your day? What happened that was exciting today? How did your project go? Did you get to play tennis? Focused on them so they see that they're a priority in my life. Even though I'm still going to be working, I'm not doing the in-depth blinders on focused tasks when my kids get home. And I know my energy, my concentration, my creativity is best in the morning. So that's when I'm head down and I'm doing my heavy lifting. And then sort of after that, the kids come home, it's like quick replies to emails, like maybe I'm making press clips that are sort of like mindless, just easy things. And then for me, that means even taking Fridays off. I work on things I'm passionate about, passion projects. I have a couple renovations in the works that are, I don't know, it's super fun for me. It's totally chaotic, but I went by my construction yesterday and I just love seeing all the daily progress and super cool. Ordered new tile for the patio, like cool stuff in the works. To me, that is like, has to be done first of all, but it also it lights me up. I love it, and if I was working on Fridays, my contractor wouldn't be there for me to talk to them if I wasn't able to swing by there on Friday and then also meet another part of the team. So anyway, love having this flexible schedule. That is like, success equals control of your time. Today I'm working from bed. I hope that doesn't mean that you have a headache, Natasha. And tomorrow you're off. Great, me too. Yeah, so you also have the ability here when you run your agency to increase your rates, to charge what you're truly worth, and to have financial freedom, whatever that looks like for you. It sounds far off, but I think about it like this. I mean, I thought when I was in law, I was like, I'm making so much money. It's so great. Let's say I was 25. Hold on, Kristen. It's a great question. 25, I was like making 165. I was like, oh my God, I'm making so much. But ultimately, they're making money off of my time. I was working insane hours. I might have been making great money, and I had a place I bought, which I was so proud of. I loved it so much. I was never home. Never home. I would come home sometimes 2 a.m. I would take a cat nap, sort of, go in the shower, just rinse off, and then head back to the office. Like, are you kidding me? I had a kitty that I didn't realize was like not a grazer. You know how you can keep food out for cats and they'll graze? This cat was a pig, and I left the food out. I didn't know it was a kitten. He ate the whole thing. I came home and the thing was passed out with a grapefruit-sized lump in his stomach because he ate all the food. And I was like, this cat's going to die, because I was so checked out. I didn't even know what was going on at home. So like, that's not any kind of way that I want to be in my day-to-day life. So, oh no, Natasha, I'm so sorry. Kristen, how do you overcome the upfront cost of being a solo PR provider with media databases? So first of all, this is exactly why we created our media contacts database, which is like under $300. And it's really good. It's not going to be as robust and filled with like all the bells and whistles that honestly I don't even use if you use Cision or Muckrack. But ours is, and Natasha will let you know because she uses ours, has great contacts, just straight cut to the chase, really good, really affordable for this very reason, because I didn't want people to feel like they're just starting out. It's so expensive. That is like a barrier to entry. We wanted to make this easy for you to be able to access the media that your clients want to connect with and make it affordable. So if you're just starting out, you can have access to it. Wire costs, you pass that on to the client. It's in your contract. They pay for that. That's an expense they pay for, and we don't even mark it up. So, just purely pay it, make the client pay it. There's all kinds of things that you just either pass on to the client, you build it into your retainer. And Natasha, I'd love for you to weigh on this as well. Oh yeah, Natasha's saying, oh, Chiffon, oh, hi, and hi, Nick, look at this. I need to scroll down. Chiffon says, I have it and it's amazing. I love it. And Natasha says, the best database. Yeah, and writing a press release and then issuing it. Just invoice the client, tell them this is how much it is to distribute. Easy peasy. So none of that should be a deterrent to you. And I hope you see that we, Kristen, have all the resources that you'll need to kind of shift from being like a freelancer, solo provider to get into that agency mindset, bring on a team to support you, and all of these things that are expenses are actually really attainable. And if you're curious about it, let me know and I can link you out to it. And okay, we're increasing our rates. This is like a huge part of the agency accelerator. There's a whole strategy behind it. It's not just like raise your prices and just hope they take it. You can set up your retainer pricing for the goal is a foundation of consistent, predictable, recurring retainer revenue every single month. That's the goal. As you scale your business, you bring in a team to support you, you open yourself up to more opportunities, better opportunities than you can even imagine. that you can even dream of. Like, bringing in we've had $3 billion clients. Like, these guys can work with anyone. And this was pre-pandemic. I worked from home and they didn't care. They just wanted results and they felt we were the best team to deliver. Never in my wildest dreams, did I think I could get 25 grand a month from a single client. Like, are you kidding me? That's crazy. But that's where we've been. That's where we are. Not for every client, but yeah, Nick. And Natasha here saying, I gave up my Seat Incision co-op because I go off of Jen's database and build my own media lists off of relationships. Yes, you can do it. Yeah, it's a good database. I mean, it's really comprehensive. And the thing is, if you need other contacts and we don't have them in there, let us know. We will source them. It is curated by our community and everybody contributes. It's like a co-op. So it's chef's kiss. It's great. And you know what? It is like that little thing that I knew savvy PR pros were being held back and lacking in confidence because they didn't have a database. Like, if you're awesome at pitching the media, you just have a hard time finding contacts, that should not be the thing that holds you back. This skill you have is valuable. That's just one tool you need to actually be efficient in executing that skill. Megan, I'll get to you at the end. That's a great question. You know what? You know what you need? It's super inexpensive. This is why we did this. Just starting out, just starting your PR agency, I have a program called Lead to Landed. It's $47. It is like an absolute no-brainer. Actually, I'll look it up right now and link it out. It's really good. This is exactly what I would suggest to you, is going through it. It's like 5 or 6 modules. Really good. And it's like a good foundation for you. And it'll give you like the steps you need to take to bring in your first clients. Here we go. Get clients now. Lead to Landed. Here we go. Boom. Yeah, I hope that helps. Angela's saying, found Cision to be a waste of time. No idea who these people are and need to stalk them if I want results. Yeah, and it's outdated. Ours gets up to date, like people. Amanda. Oh my God, thank you. That's so awesome. I'm so grateful to hear that. Can confirm Lead to Land is fantastic. It is such a no-brainer, like especially Megan, if you're just starting out, it's like just really good. So yeah, start there. I was going to go into a whole thing, but like this is the value here. It's worth the price of admission and then some, I promise you. Okay, cool. It's exactly why we created that. Okay, here we go. So you're going to scale your business, bring in a team, open yourself up to more opportunities, billion-dollar clients, 5-figure retainers. It is like a process. It doesn't just happen overnight. You got to have a strategy to build up to it and charge what you're worth and do it confidently. And I did a little impromptu Facebook Live yesterday about this very topic. Women feeling like they can't come to men and ask what they're worth. They don't get taken seriously. I had a whole chat on that in this group yesterday. So it's worth watching if you're really struggling with that confidence to know your worth and ask for it. So just know that that's there for you. And Wayne watched it. I think he liked it. I think it resonated with him. Okay. Ooh, this is cool. Open yourself up to more opportunities to work with your dream clients and charge what you're worth. Love that. And you'll have the opportunity to make more as an agency owner. For me, it was than I ever did in law, ever, or as a freelancer, And in fact, due to inflation, if you haven't gotten at least 8.5% increase or like raise in the past year, you're effectively losing money. Let me say that again. Because of inflation, if you're not in your career as a job or whatever, making 8.5% more this year over last year, you're effectively making less money. And I don't want you to spend the rest of your life just hoping that your employer is going to compensate you appropriately or hoping that you're going to make more money as a freelancer with a higher rate. Now is the time to go out on your own, set your rates that you actually deserve, and take control of your financial success. That's all there is to it. I mean, we have the tools, we have more information, we have more access than ever. And, here's the cool thing is you do not have to start your agency all on your own. Here's your 3% merit increase. Yeah, no, thank you. I'll tell you where you can stick your 3%. Yeah, Wayne. He's saying he had the same issues, the same struggles as LGBT not taken seriously. Yeah, so frustrating. But I'm glad that resonated because that gives you the, 2%. Kelsey, I'm going to type a comment for you here. That's what you have to do with that 2% raise. Hopefully you know what that means. Yeah, so this is the cool thing. You're already seeing this community here. You're seeing this community here and how supportive it is. It's beyond my wildest dreams how awesome this community is, how smart, savvy, connected, open, sharing, giving. Like, it's awesome. You do not have to do this all on your own. And the cool thing is, what if you had a step-by-step roadmap for everything? Because I do, for everything you need to do in order to start, grow, and scale your business. If you had that, like, how awesome would that be? So I have put this together. I have a step-by-step framework that I teach to. It is like my own framework. When I figured out how this all fits together, it clicked. We just re-recorded the entire Agency Accelerator program, aligning all of the content within this framework. And I thought it was like, wow, this makes so much sense. Like, this is so good. I love this so much. So I have put together everything I've learned over the past 17 years running my agency. I spill all my secrets. We give all our resources, strategies, everything inside of my signature program, the Agency Accelerator, and we're opening enrollment very soon. I have a lot of people that are on the wait list, which is so awesome and exciting. But if you don't want to miss the opportunity, Shafan, thank you. She said it was so good to see it live. Loved it so much. We recorded the last module of content, week 12, on Monday. I almost got a little choked up because I loved connecting every week. I loved it. And it was really fun to get immediate feedback and to see there were several people actually implementing what they learned week by week and having results. It was almost like real-time results and immediate feedback. It was super cool for me to see. And it's there for you, and it's so good. It's excellent. So Julie Hi is saying, my degree in communication studies with an emphasis in PR. My degree is in comm studies with an emphasis in PR. And even though I was considered a PR intern at my internship, mostly I was doing social media and blog posts. I don't really know what a real PR pro would be doing. Well, we have a solution for that. I hear you. That sucks. You're aiming to get experience in something and you are not given the opportunity that you were seeking. And that's a super bummer. We have a program. This is why I have these things, you guys. This is not, I'm not here to be like, buy all my stuff. But the reality is, because of things like that, you are not going to learn tactical, practical skills on actually how to pitch the media, to build a media list, to build a strategy. You're not going to get any coming up with pitch angles. None of that in school. None of it. Which is so crazy to me. Like, why are we spending all this money on our degrees? And I am a full, I love education. I'm like, what else can I study? I love school. I think college is essential for everyone, just for the experience of going and growing during that time. Oh, look at this. That's cool. So I have this membership, super affordable and awesome. It's called the Pitch Lab. Julie, I'm just going to drop it there for you. Yeah. Check it out. It's incredibly affordable. Like, the value that you get for what you pay is insane. So there is a core program in there called the Roadmap. It teaches you everything you need to do to be able to pitch the media step by step, building a list, building everything. There's master classes on specific topics. We go deep, and then there's these execution plans. Natasha, tell the people about the execution plans. She's a big fan. They're 50-something page media ideas, editorial calendar. I mean, they are insane. Lena is asking, is it possible to successfully pitch and build an agency in the music industry? Yes. And we have people in our programs that have that expertise, that can share that expertise. I don't have that expertise, but I know Natasha has music. Natasha has music industry experience. The cool thing is that we came up with the execution plans to give you ideas for how to pitch the media, timely, relevant, strategic, targeted pitch ideas. And you sort of like plug your clients into the discussion, and we tell you when to pitch certain media outlets. And we also tell you like well-known top tier media, what are they focused on each month? Like, what are their editorial calendars? So we get them all, we pour over them, and then we make it easy for you. So that's the goal of it, but we are using them in strategies with clients, monthly strategies, and on sales calls. If you want to be like, I'm an industry insider, dropping bombs like, oh, you're interested in the Allure Best of Beauty Awards. Well, submission is blah, blah, blah. We have an awards database, you guys. You can't imagine how hard that is to pull together. Like, I had this idea probably 3 or 4 years ago, and it's taken so long to pull it together. It's very good. We have an awards database. My God, we have so much. We have like pitch templates. Somebody just posted in the group, they used our pitch templates to get a lead and an opportunity for KTLA TV. I mean, that was just today. That's why I'm mentioning it. We have, what do we have? I'm talking about the pitch lab. Oh my God, I'm not supposed to because we're not promoting that right now, but I'm telling you that you would get so much value out of this, Julie. Just check it out. It's $97 a month. There's no commitment. It's like use it or lose it. It's great. And okay, Nick, get ready. Had I met this community in 2008, I would have skipped college for PR and come straight to you, Jen, confidently joining the next accelerator. You'll love it. I'm so grateful to hear that, Nick. I hope I get an opportunity through the accelerator to support you and your business. I still think there is value in college education. I still am grateful that I went to college, law school. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for so generously supporting my graduate school. Best gift ever. And I would not change that for anything. I think that any education, higher education is a learning experience. But if you want, I'm here to make you money. If you want practical, tactical skills that are in demand, did I say demand? In demand. That's what I'm doing here is to give you the stuff you need to make money. Oh, look at this. Okay, so Chiffon, a coupon code. There's no coupon code. I'm sorry. Holy crap, what the frick is that? Oh my God. Ooh, some bug just flew in my ear. Oh, I had, for anybody that follows my hummingbird saga, I had a hummingbird in my office again last week on Friday. I don't know. I mean, I keep the doors open. I can show you if I like spin it around. So I keep my balcony door open because the view is like so lovely. But the hummingbird flew in. Yeah, no, there's no, I don't think there's a code right now. I think that's just a standard thing. There is a really good deal, Nicole, if you do it for a year. You get the media database for free. These are bonuses, but if you sign for a year, there's that, but there's a couple other bonuses. You also get 2 months free. And I mean, I feel like this is something you're going to have in your business forever. So thank you, Lena. I love it here so much. And I have skylights, so the birds fly in and then they go up and hit the skylight, and it's like I feel so stressed out by watching them. And I have now a strategy to get them out safely, but it takes me like an hour or 2 hours, and it's very tiring, and the birds get tired. I think there are contacts in other places, but it's not like every single country. There are contacts in Canada. Oh, Jane, hi. Best value ever. Are you talking about the pitch lab, or are you talking about the database, or both, or what? Jane's in everything. Amanda is anxiously awaiting. You guys, this is so awesome. Anxiously waiting for the accelerator open back up. Sadly, missed the last enrollment, but will not miss this one. So let me link it again. So this will help you get on the list to make sure. This is the Path to Profitability training series pitch lab. Awesome, Jane. I'm so glad to hear it. Jane has been working in PR, running her own agency, and is also like an industry insider because she has a trade publication she runs and the accelerator. Thank you, Jane. And she, is in everything and shows up to everything. And like, I think it's just so, I'm so grateful that you find value in the content we provide, because the goal is to have it be valuable for somebody who's brand new, and also be at a level where someone like Jane or Natasha would still find value. Like, I couldn't put myself out there with only content that was like, oh, that's so basic. I already know that. That's so basic. So it's hard to cover all of that, but I think we've done it. I think that newbies would totally understand and have an awesome framework to hit the ground running. And I think experts are still getting value out of the resources we put out. So I'm so grateful to hear that you think that, Jane, and Natasha and Siobhan and Amanda. You'll love it. Just get on that thing, and you'll see it open. It's happening this month. So we're really, really excited. And now that we have re-recorded the whole program, I can confidently say, oh my God, it's so good. It's like the best program and resources out there, because it's a lot of resources that is out there available to, launch, grow, and scale a profitable agency on your terms. Like, that's what I want to deliver to you. And we have this whole strategy behind it. Lena's saying, I'm a newbie who's winging it right now. If you know PR, you might want to run a business around it. That's where we can support you with the agency accelerator. If you want to learn, even anybody who's doing anything in PR, I think the pitch lab is valuable. So, you'll learn PR in the pitch lab. There's a whole course at the foundation, plus these monthly execution plans. Lena, I just linked it out to you again. And then Angela, why did you want to quit PR? How can we talk you back? And Nicole, I'm so sorry that there isn't a code right now, but I promise you, there never is a code. It is what it is. But I promise you, it's worth it. And if you don't like it, just let us know, and we'll give you your money back. But I promise you, you'll like it, and you can cancel anytime. No hard feelings. No harm, no foul. But that's what I have. I'm coming back to the pitch lab. Awesome, Wayne. Getting my ish together. We all have to get our ish together. So yeah, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited to see so many of you on here, knowing what you want and knowing what you need to advance your business, to pursue your passion. I was contracting with an agency that was killing my soul. Ugh, do your own. This is the thing. This is also why our acquisition with PR Couture aligned so well, is because Crosby and I have always been focused on a new paradigm. And I say that, and my husband's like, paradigm, Jen? Like, you sound so like jerky by saying that. But it's that model of like grinding it out at an agency, paying your dues, being stressed out, being miserable. Mental health is so important. You don't have to replicate that in your own agency, and you don't have to be treated like that. There is a better way, I promise you. It doesn't have to be like that. Killing my soul, like, I don't blame you. I'd want to leave something. I did. I left law. It was killing my soul. Um, you know, so I have a better way. The agency accelerator is structured around that premise. And I think we deliver on what we say we're going to in terms of that flexibility and being really strategic and focused and building out your team. We really beefed up anybody who's in the agency accelerator who didn't come to the live training on Monday this week or last week. Go back into your members area and watch week 11 and week 12 because we really enhanced our scale content in the program around bringing in a team. Where do you find them? Like, how do you onboard them? The universe refuses to let me leave PR. All I had to do was leave and choose a niche I loved. Yeah, there you go. And if you want to run a business around it, we got you. Like, there's like no greater resource out there to help you just cut to the chase. So that's what I have for you guys today. Sign up for that Path to Profitability training series. It's very good. Oh, that's great. That part has been pivotal to my business for sure. Yes. Yeah. Were you on, Chiffon? I can't remember, but there's, 3 weeks of content in the scale pillar: strategy, sales, service, scale. Spoiler alert, those are the sort of pillars of our content. And there's, yes. Nelson, I will read your comment about Sheryl Sandberg. So when Sheryl Sandberg joined Facebook, she made a statement to the media that working from home does not work and that she would not let it go on at Facebook. When I heard that, I was ready to punch her out because she had no idea what she was talking about. Nope. Listen, I feel like, okay, Chiffon, yes, watch it. It's good, especially like bringing on a team. But yeah, I mean, we're all seeing a lot of companies, major companies, including Facebook, are going to some work from home, closing campuses, like work from home only model. Obviously, it works. It takes discipline. It's hard, especially if you're social. So that is also why I love this community so much. Is like I built my business in a vacuum for probably 12 years. And it was hard. I'm social and I'm like, I want to talk about stuff. And, especially having kids, a lot of the women were like, what are you doing? You're on a bit, like, what is it? We're meeting at so-and-so at the park for a play date. And I'm like, I don't think I can go. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but it was like the timing wasn't ideal for me. Also, I had babies that just cried all the time and it was not fun at all. But, the mom sort of meetups and stuff, it was not, it was hard to like connect with other moms. But there are other very ambitious, very successful parents in our community. And even just walking through and talking through like all those crazy client things where you're like, am I crazy or are they crazy? And then we're like, oh, they're crazy. Or I had that happen to me too. There is something valuable in that camaraderie. And also, the working from home piece, it is very isolating, especially when you're social. But thanks to this community that I now have, connections and relationships, I feel more connected than ever. And because it is not location specific, there are people here from all over the world. You guys know that we have over 24 countries represented in just our paid programs. I don't even know about the free group. 24 countries enrolled in our paid programs. Like, you have no idea. So, and of course, our poster girl for, work from wherever, we have Erin Carey, who runs her agency, using PR skills that she let us know she learned. She's a marketing expert, but PR she learned in the pitch lab, and then running the agency using the strategy from the agency accelerator, and is running her business on a yacht off the coast of wherever they're sailing, and pulled her 3 boys out of school in Australia. Her husband left his job, and she is running the show from a yacht. And when she dials in, it's to me like I'm like, where are you? Where are you? She's like, I'm in Mallorca, off the coast of Mallorca. Oh, we're just like, oh my God, this is so awesome. What the frick? I think it's mosquitoes, that noise, that bzz, Angela's US based, but work around the world. Spain and Brazil are my favorite places to be. Awesome. I'm supposed to go to Spain in October, Spain and Portugal. Hopefully COVID's not, I mean, it is on the rise. Hopefully it calms a little bit, but my 15-year anniversary and my husband planned a trip. I've never been to Spain. I've been to South America, not Brazil, but been to Peru and yeah, anyway, hope I get to go. Spain, I'm so excited. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. Yeah. Hey. What? Oh, hey, about the trip? Or do you have a question, Jane? Guys, thank you so much for being here. I'll stick around for a minute. If you have any questions, just type them in, or you want me to link you to resources. Oh, I know we talked about the media database. There's 2 ways to get it. The first way is this is just a checkout page. We don't like have a sales page for it or anything, but you can just transact here. It's $2.97. You can either get it by paying for it that way, or if you do pay in full, not pay in full, I'm sorry, you enroll in the Pitch Lab for a year, which is $9.70. You get 2 months free and you get the database. So it's like over $500 in savings. So that's another way to get it. And the execution plans, I promise you, and the masterclass is like, it is like value you cannot, I mean, it's like so incredibly valuable and worth it. I can't even tell you. It's very good. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here and also for the wonderful support and reception to our acquisition news. That meant so much to me. It was awesome. I was so excited to share it. Worked on it for quite a while. My husband was integral in helping me close that because he's an M&A advisor, knew exactly how to look at this business, figure out how we could really leverage all of the great resources and assets that were part of that. And I'm so excited about what's to come. We have big stuff in the works. I can't wait to share with you. Everything we are doing is based on the premise that we want to give you more opportunities, more access to earn money based on your expertise and to do it on your own terms, around your schedule, around the things you love, with the types of clients you love, and to make it as frictionless and easy as possible. So keep that in mind. Everything we're doing is toward that end goal. So I'm excited for what's to come. Thank you so much for being here. Sign up for the Path to Profitability, and I'll see you guys really soon. I may not be here next week on Thursday. I'm needing to switch it to Friday because I'm going through like coaching certification training. Thank you, Nick. I can't wait to work with you in the Agency Accelerator. You're going to love it. So I will let you guys know. It might be Friday, but either way, we'll have something great for you really soon. And I'll see you very, very soon. Take care and have a great rest of your week. Bye, guys. Thanks.